I'm not quite sure how to start this. Besides, I've been excited for Hytale for simply as long as I can remember. I've been excited. I've played Minecraft since well before I was 10 years old. I'd like to say I was maybe 7. I'm now 21 years old, and I've played Vintage Story, a game notoriously that they creator worked on Hytale and left due to creative differences, and simply I just wanted to share in my experience of, I suppose, first of all, starting and making my own character, and then actually playing through, say, even a day, not even of this, and just participating in a community that I've waited years to participate in, and I find it a wholly satisfying community, I suppose I'll say. One that, you know, through very much thick and thin, we've kind of walked through, we've struggled. It's been, well, last year was very, um, don't quite know the words besides, um, dramatic, frankly. We all, you know, heard our games canceled and suddenly it's back on the table, and you know only a couple weeks later, 6 weeks later, they brought it to us in a rough edition, but nonetheless a promise kept. And I in no way could fault them there. They're doing their absolute best. I believe. I, of course, do not work on the game myself. I would love to learn to code, don't get me wrong, but certainly don't know how as of yet. Um, Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to. What am I supposed to do for making a YouTube video? This is. I have a few ones so far, not any terribly interesting, but nonetheless, I am Eldritch. You can just call me M. I am, again, looking forward to participating within this community and, getting to know, hopefully, everyone that may or may never watch this video, and truly, through that, appreciate it even more. I'm not going to say I'm going to be the most consistent when it may or may not come to uploaders. I think I'll be rather miserable at it, frankly. I've been trying to record a Minecraft video for a long while now. I've wanted to just start kind of like a podcast thing, and it's not that it ended up falling through. It's just simply that life goes on, classes happen. You know, I am in school actively for biology secondary education, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love that. But the absolute dream would absolutely be to be an entertainer of any variety. And wow, this avatar is looking unique, I'll say. um, I'll go something casual, I suppose. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but something I could get behind and enjoy. See, look at our little person. Maybe change that hair though. I like the ears, but they get overshadowed by the bow, and also I'd like something a little longer. Maybe not as front as those though. Actually, I enjoy that. That's more or less similar to what I look like, just a little more feminine, I suppose. And um, I suppose we could really get to it now. Um, I always have this unique way of naming worlds, or at least I believe it to be. unique. Everything's always, titled specific and then numbered. Don't quite know why I do that, even if I may never replicate whatever reason it may be for. Always number it. I then I'd do something crazy like whoa. Yeah, something that absolutely makes no sense. Um, and besides that, you know, very excited, kind of terrified, frankly. I can't hear anything. I don't know if that's because I'm recording or what's happening there. Okay, my volume's on. Oh, wait, hold on. Output device. There we go. Okay. Well, with or without audio, um, even if that's a glitch, it's certainly one they'll be working on the game. Oh, I, I truly hope my, you know, support for the team is evident and, oh, that's a chair. Oh, okay. Sorry, my support for the Hytale team, I want it to be front facing and that while I think any skepticism from anybody is well warranted after the cycle this game has been going on, while I have my own opinions on the, to say nicely, mismanagement of Hytale in its early, ooh, that's just beautiful. And it's, I'm not even going to say early days, or management throughout its creation that, holy, I'm excited for what they have to offer. And while I'm personally skeptical of the just high pixel in general, the a bear, that's concerning and scary. Uh, the practices, especially Hypixel Skyblock, the controversies that has been in over the years it's existed, which don't get me wrong, I have been a player of that. I've played quite a bit of that. That, you know, I hope it doesn't fall into a similar cycle of, how do I word it? I can't quite think of anything besides, you know, pay to not pay to play or pay to win necessarily, but certainly paying will offer you an advantage that others will not have, and I don't believe that has any spot in modern gaming, especially indie gaming. While I'm not entirely sure you would call this an indie game, I can't quite think of a better way to say it besides an indie game. And okay, so that's how we do that. But I suppose I came in this with, as I said at the top, just sharing my thoughts and opinions. But as we go on, or not even sharing my thoughts and opinions, it's becoming me sharing my thoughts and opinions. And slowly it turns into me putting my thoughts in on the state of the game on the release day, right? I, you know, you know, I'm not sure how far this will lead, if it ever may go anywhere, but all hopes. I'd love to continue making content about this game. I hope they continue to provide content for this game, as they said they would do. It it's an exciting prospect, the idea of making and releasing your own game, especially after Simon has piggybacked off. Well, piggybacked. Yeah, Minecraft has been what he's done, as far as I know, his entire career has been making a Minecraft server. It's what's gotten him through it. And of course, for whatever reason or another that I'm not personally aware of, it's probably around somewhere like why he sold it off to Riot Games. I think I said Epic earlier, and For that, I apologize for my incorrectness, but you know, I so far the recovery has been graceful, and I continue. I hope to see that continue as a trend. Um, but I suppose now I'll just play the game. I don't really have much more thoughts to share. Is what I need to say. And while I don't think every moment of my gaming experience with Hytale will ever be recorded, uh, it's certainly one that I'd like to. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm sick of letting the world come through, and I'm gonna start doing what I enjoy to do. Not to do, to I enjoy doing, and in this case, it's making content, whether or not people watch it. I want to entertain people, and you know, I think it's an exciting prospect as well. Making videos for entertainment and to find a captive audience that, small or large, is here for what I make, right? I'm not gonna say I'm the funniest person alive. I think I'm absolutely hilarious, but let's be real. Yeah, I want to make some people's day brighter. And while I've only been making this video for how long now? 10, 12 minutes, maybe. Um, I think that's where I'll cap it. I I'm satisfied with what I've said, and I don't feel the need to say much more at the moment. As news might come around, I might even make Hytale news videos. I'm definitely going to play other games. I'm excited for not only Hytale, but what this, I would call it a career move, what this personal move of my life and new leaf will cause for the game and myself. And I thanks anyone who finds this video. Hell, anybody who watches 30 seconds of it and puts it down because it's beyond boring. But have a great day. You know, I don't know if you deserve it, but I'd like to think so. See ya, I hope.